everyone, I hope you're all well. I've met some of you guys before, but for those of you I haven't met yet, my name is Harriet and I'm going to be taking drama sessions with you in September. But for now I've got some online stuff and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So for our first game exercise thing, you're going to need to get an object. It can be any object that doesn't break when you drop it, okay? So because I'm guessing there are going to be lots of dropping of this object. So I have chosen a ball. Okay, so just pause the video, run and grab an object and then come back. Okay, what we're going to do with our object, I want you to think of as many creative ways of holding our object without using our hands. Okay, make it into a competition with your friends, your family, put the number that you got in the comments, see if other people have beaten you. Yeah, so the only rules are that you can't use your hands and it can't touch the floor. So for instance, if I wanted to hold it on my head, as long as it stayed there without me using my hands to keep it there, that would count as one. Okay, so see how many you can get, see if you can beat people. Okay, the next thing we are going to look at is observation. Now, observation is really important in drama and in acting. So for instance, if you're on stage, you need to know where all the other actors are. You need to know where the edge of the stage is, so you don't fall off, and where everything is. And it's the same if you're on TV or film set. So say we're on a set of a kitchen, you need to make it look realistic that you close that fridge door every day. You know exactly where it is. Okay, so we're just going to work on those skills. So I have a tray of items in front of me and I want you to have a look at them and see exactly where they are. So this is my tray of items. We have a hairspray, a diamond, a bottle, a ball and a mannequin. Okay, so have a good look and see where everything is. Okay, now I'm going to change something on this tray and it's your job to tell me what has been changed. Okay, right. So, can you tell me what has been changed on the tray? If you said that the diamond and the ball swapped places, you'd have been correct. Well done. Okay, I'm going to put them back and give you another look at the tray just so you can have a look at the original image. This is the original. Have a good look. Okay, I'm going to change something on the tray. So let's see if you can work out what I changed. So I've only changed one thing. A good look. Okay, if you said that the ball went from having a green stripe at the top to a blue stripe, you'd have been correct. Okay, so let's have a look at the original again quickly, because I'm sure you remember it. That's the original. Okay, I'm going to change two things this time. So yeah, see if you can work out what I changed. I'm sure you've all got it really easily. So this time, I had moved the diamond back towards the bottom wall and the mannequin's hand was up this time. One last look at the original. This is our last one. There we go. I'm going to change two things again. I'm sure you'll get them straight away because you're really good at this game. Okay. Now, two things have changed in this image from the original. Okay, if you said that the bottle is a different way round, so in the original it was this way round, and then it's this way round. I know it was only a tiny bit for you to see, but good job if you spotted that. And that the ball had gone from facing this way to facing that way, you'd have been correct. Well done. Another great thing about observation is that you can find characters anywhere. So watching people is a really good way of finding and picking out characters, picking out different bits of people's character traits. So for instance, if you had a teacher that did a death stare and you knew that you were going to be really quiet when that teacher looked at you, you could pick those glaring eyes and you could mix it with a walk that you saw someone do down the street. And instantly you've got a different character. Okay? So what I want you guys to do now is I want you to think of a character you know quite well. It can be from a TV series, a film, a book. It can even be someone you know. Okay, but think about your character. Got one? Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to find a chair and sit on it. Sit on it as your character. Really think about how they would sit. Are they lazy? Are they lounging in the chair? Are they crossing their arms? Okay, have a good think about how they would sit. Do they want to be in that chair? Are they an energetic person? They want to be running around instead. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you questions about your character. Now, you may not know some of the answers to these questions, and that's fine, but I want you to make me believe that you do. So if you don't know an answer, improvise. Say something that comes into your head and say it really strongly with conviction so everyone believes that you do know the answer. Okay, let's give it a go. Okay. What's your name? How old are you? What have you been doing today? What's your family life like? Do you have any pets? Where's your favourite place to go? Why is it your favourite place? What is your dream job and why? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 20 years? What is your biggest fear and why? What is your favourite thing to do and why? And our last question, what is your least favourite thing to do and why? Okay, so now you've got a really good idea about your character. You know what they like, you know what they've been doing today. So yeah, now we're going to work on our physical side of our character. So what I want you to think about is habits. Now, habits are something people do without really thinking. So for instance, one of mine is I do tuck my hair behind my ear. I just did it a minute ago. So I want you to think about something that your character might do instinctively without really thinking. You got one? Okay, so now what we're going to do is I want you to imagine a scale from 1 to 10. And the everyday naturalistic way of doing that habit is number 5. So for example, if my habit was flicking my hair behind my shoulder, that would be number 5, just like that. So that's number 5. Okay, now I want you to imagine at number 10, 10 is the most exaggerated, unrealistic way of performing that habit. So for instance, if my hair was in front of my shoulder, it might be like that, okay? So think about your habit and how exaggerated and over the top you can make it. So have a go at that. Do it naturally at number 5, and then do it completely exaggerated at number 10. Brilliant. And now we're going to go to the other end of the scale. Okay, so number 1 is as if you've not really done it at all. So it's just a slight, it's hardly there, you're hardly performing that habit. Okay, so give that a go. Go from your normal number 5 habit, naturalistic, how your character would do it, and then go all the way to number 1. Brilliant. Now we're going to put all 3 of those together. Okay, so we're going to go from number 5, naturalistic, to number 10, completely over the top and unrealistic, and then back down to number 1. Okay, so give that a go. Okay, brilliant. Now, these habits, it's a good way of creating different characters. So, although the character you have right now might not go over the top and at number 10, a different character might. So, it's a good way of finding different characters' habits. So, we are going to end with some tongue twisters. Okay, if you have any of your own, that'd be great, and you can leave some in the comments, or you can practice your own in your own time. But for now, I'm going to teach you just 2 simple ones to finish off the lesson. So the first one, I'm just going to say the line and you're going to repeat it. So it goes red leather, and then it goes yellow leather. So together, that one's really simple, red leather, yellow leather. Now, what I want you to do is say it 3 times as quickly as you can, but making sure we can really hear the words. Red leather, yellow leather. Okay, off you go. See how quickly you can do it. Cool. Our next tongue twister, I'm going to say a line, you say it, and then we'll put it all together eventually. So, the first line goes, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So repeat it back to me. The second line is a peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. Okay, so I'm going to say the first 2 lines together again, okay? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. So they're the first 2 lines. Say them back to me. Okay, the third line, if Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. And the fourth line, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? So the third and fourth line go, if Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? So if you need to go over it again, rewind the video and go through it like that. So now I'm going to put it all together in one. So, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Okay, that's it the whole way through. Now what we want to do is see how quickly you can say that. Say it as many times as you want to get into the rhythm. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed yourselves and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye!